Hey guys, it's Cal from the Lighting Doctor here. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this consultation series. We're going to give you all kinds of tips and tricks for effectively and properly lighting up your home. This is a free consultation that we do for all our clients. So if you want to get your free consultation, just shoot me an email at cal@lightingdoctor.ca. Send me a few pictures and we'll give you a video presentation of what lights are going to work best with your property, or go and visit us at lightingdoctor.ca or go check out all our videos on YouTube.
Hey, John, great property here. Yeah, I'll give you some ideas. I know we talked a little bit there on Friday, excuse me, about the path lighting and stuff, but if this was a project I was doing, I'll give you some thoughts in how I would do it, because I think you have such a beautiful home. I think you would miss out if you didn't try and accent the house a little bit. So first things I would start with, I would definitely get some accent lights. So when I talk about basically accent lights and path and garden lights, and I'll talk a little bit about wash lights as well. But the way that I would go about doing this is I would definitely get an accent light on this tree and this tree for sure, because I think those are going to be trees that you're going to want to highlight. Just getting it, maybe about 12 inches or so away from the base and having it just kind of shining straight up that trunk. And then once the foliage catches, it'll catch a lot of that because it does have a bit of a wider degree beam spread. So I would definitely do that there. And then I would try and light the house. Now, I know you mentioned that some of these bushes are fairly close to the house. So what I would do is I would actually just put those lights on a riser. So I would still use these accent lights. The only difference is now we would put it on a riser, kind of like what Path and Garden Light's on. But you say you put it on a 12-inch riser now that screws in to the base of that fixture, and you get that light up above most of that foliage. And then what I would do is I would consistently across the house, I would have one kind of at the base of these shutters on this side and this side that highlight here. And then I would consistently do that on all the shutters going across the front of the house here. And that's going to create a really nice balance and a really nice backlighting effect to complement some path lighting now that you would go and use on this pathway here. And just using a typical path light like this, if you were to go and do that and accent the back of the house, what I would try and do is have those path lights positioned in between where those lights go. So for example, you have an accent light kind of on that back shutter, then you have a path light here, you have your accent light, and then you have your path light. You have an accent light, you have a path light, you have an accent light, you have a path light, and kind of consistently following that theme across the front of the walkway here. You probably don't need more than one, two, I would probably put three. I would probably put no more than four pathway lights along this walkway, which is really nice. You definitely do want to feature and focus that. And then I would probably try and stick one more on this side over here, just because you have this lit, so it's going to get about halfway, a little bit more, and then you have a little bit on this lit, and then you're really highlighting that entryway. And then the other thing I would do if this was a project that I was doing is I think it gets missed a lot of times, but I would actually run wire up your eaves trough and down the gutter, and I would actually gutter mount some accent lights again to highlight these second story peaks, which often get missed. And basically what a gutter mount is just a little steel bracket that screws right onto the gutter, and then the light screws into that instead of screwing into like a ground stake, and then you have that accenting those top peaks of the home. So it's a little bit more work to get that wire up there. All the connections that we use are waterproof, so you can actually just make the connections right in the gutter and then keep going. Again, it's not something you have to do, but I think that would make you stand out from probably anybody else that has landscape lighting in the area. So consider those as some options. Let me know what you think. Again, beautiful walkway, so I think you definitely want to highlight this, but I think you'd be missing out if we didn't try and do a little bit on the back of the house here to create some nice backlighting, as well as get a little bit of reflection down onto a lot of the nice ferns and the different plantings that you have here. So any questions, give me a shout, but hopefully that gives you some pretty good ideas. Thanks, John.
Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video presentation with some great tips and tools on how to go and properly and effectively light up your landscape. And be sure, if you want your own free consultation video just like that one, send me an email at cal@lightingdoctor.ca with a few pictures of your property, and we'll get back to you with some really cool ideas and ways to go and effectively light your property. And be sure to watch the videos after this one for more tips on how to install landscape lighting, as well as how to light up your landscape the best way possible.